Throughout the last year or so, there has been a concerning amount of AI usage in the music industry, and there's no signs of it going away. The opposite, actually. If you've been in the know, just a few weeks ago, I made a video how the #1 song on the iTunes charts was an AI Charlie Kirk tribute song by a self-proclaimed proud white boy that goes by the name Diesel. Still speechless at whatever the fuck happened there. Of course, Velvet Sundown was a number of months ago, which was another band that shamelessly ripped off the Velvet Underground in name and many other bands in style. But recently, yet another AI band has arisen to 850k Spotify monthly listeners right now that entirely ripped off the real life human band that they were inspired by. And by inspired, I mean they took their songs from this band without their permission, threw it into an AI generator, and slopped out similar type beat songs, basically, releasing them under their name to steal their style to get richer. Before we even get to anything else, just listen to these side by side. It is beyond shameless. I know I'm out of sight. I only feel safe when it's you, when the world fades and the noise breaks through. Like gravity is pulling me. There's an ache beneath. So yeah, this is Bleeding Verse, the most AI name. You see, that's the best part about all of these like AI bands that come onto the scene, is that they don't even try for subtlety. It's like the most obvious AI name that you can tell just by looking at it. Bleeding Verse, come on, man. But this is the real band that they're ripping off, Holding Absence, and of course, they got wind of this, and the main guy made a tweet about this, talking about it. So an AI band who cite us as an influence, i.e. it's modeled off of our music, have just overtaken us on Spotify in only 2 months. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about these AI bands. You know, somehow they just have a ridiculous output. As we saw with the Velvet Sundown, they released like 3 albums in the span of like a couple months. Like 3 hours of music content just released in a couple months. Okay. It's shocking, it's disheartening, it's insulting, and most importantly, it's a wake-up call. Oppose AI music or bands like us stop existing. And this went pretty viral. This is 2.5 million views, 85,000 likes. At least there's that positive side that maybe this guy's getting some more listens for his band to find any silver lining out of this. But he continues, well, this blew up, lol. Muting now, but check out my band. I'll answer some FAQs below too. What can we do? I believe we can only lobby for transparency now. Those artists should have AI on their Spotify artwork so that playlists can't sneak them onto playlists. Yes, okay, this is actually so good that someone else is talking about this, because this is something I noticed. I haven't got around to making a full video on it, but I've talked about this on stream, is that Spotify has been doing some crazy things in relation to AI music on their platform. And not only just Spotify and like the management, but also the people who use it. If you ever come across a hugely saved playlist that has like over 500,000 plays or saves, what you will get is that you will get AI artists paying to get their songs put into those saved playlists rotation, so that randomly their song would pop up in amongst of all the other normal songs, so that they would get more streams, more recognition, and play. And I think that they're probably paying to get on these, and the people who are making these playlists are taking some money for this behind the scenes. For example, this playlist right here, top 100 most streamed songs on Spotify, updated apparently. Yeah, you'll randomly find AI songs on this playlist that I've seen multiple times, of them presumably getting paid off to put in random AI artists into this mix, because so many people have this saved and probably use it in rotation a lot of times. And this whole transparency thing is true as well, because that's what the Velvet Sundown tried to do when they first came on the scene, is that they tried to be ambiguous on whether or not they were actually real or not. They tried to, actually they weren't even ambiguous, they just tried to pass themselves off as real humans. Do you remember that? They were giving fake names. They actually just put in random name generator to try to like prompt members of the band to pass off as if these are real people, until they got called out for lying about it, so then they had to switch up and just admit that they are all AI. So yeah, transparency is a huge big deal, but also, as I'm going to go over later to show on how this band even blew up in the first place, it seems like a lot of people on TikTok who are like causing these songs to blow up, they don't even care. They don't even care in the first place. They're just fine with it. But finishing off what this guy had to say, make better music in quotations was my favorite take, by the way. These models are literally trained off of my band, LMAO, and then releasing songs at a pace physically impossible to replicate. Chess robots have been beating human world champions for 30 years now. Get good is a petulant opinion. True. But yeah, obviously with all these groups, if you take a look at their account, it becomes increasingly obvious that these are all AI. It's AI art, it's AI music, it's AI vocals, if you just take a look at every part of this. And also just uninspired too, man. If really just like the lamest people are using AI for art in the first place, just take a look at this cover art. It's like, oh my gosh, man. You even have AI to generate something for you, and you're still this creatively bankrupt? Bleeding Verse crafts cinematic alt-metal anthems for the emotionally undone. With haunting vocals, immersive soundscapes, and lyrics torn from the quietest corners of the soul. Give me a break, man. Little is known about the faces behind Bleeding Verse, and that's by design. Yeah, I wonder why. The focus is the feeling, grief and reverb, hope and distortion, truth between the lines. It's always so funny that all these like captions are like relatively the same thing from all these AI groups. You know, little is known about the people who make this music, you know, which is by design. It just, you know, don't pay attention to that part. Don't pay attention that there's not actually people creating this. Please just eat up the slop. Bleeding Verse isn't here to be seen. It's here to be felt. But this next part is the most interesting detail because this band didn't just randomly blow up in like the algorithm of Spotify. It seems like mainly the attention and monthly listeners they've gotten have been from TikTok and people using their music as TikTok sounds in the background. So if you just put their name into TikTok, you see videos like this pop up with 22,000 likes. Get in, we're listening to screamy music and falling in love. Okay. Oh man, that's certainly screamy music. Looking at the comments though, there is a concerning amount of this. Who gives a shit if it's AI? Good music is good music. I love it. It's AI, but hey, who cares? Music is music. Dude. Holy shit, man. The meaning isn't lost just because it's AI. I make AI music as well, and there comes the truth. The truth spills out at the end, okay. Oh, I wonder why this person has this opinion. Oh, they're a fellow AI artist as well. Holy shit. Yeah, it's AI, but it's good. AI making better music than some real bands. It's so crazy, man, considering that they just completely ripped off this other smaller band. If you are fine with this and support this in the way that these people are saying right here, you are actively contributing to the same monster that eventually will consume you. You're working against yourself, and you cannot complain or expect sympathy when eventually your job gets taken away and you get replaced by AI as well. And just the thought process too of people having such low standards that they would be fine with listening to this shit in the first place is another mind-boggling thing. But there's so many videos exactly like this if you just scroll by this sound of like people in their car, you know, voicing over, singing over the same voice line. Yeah, just scrolling through, there's so many people using this sound, man, with crazy amounts of likes and top comments like, I'm a musician, I don't care if this is AI, it's good, and someone still wrote the lyrics. Like, bro, the stage that we're at right now in humanity is that people are actively contributing to the end of their own career, knowingly, and are fine with it somehow. I mean, if anything, this is just the biggest wake-up call to, like, I guess tell that people's engagement with like music and art is so backwards to begin with if they could be fine with this. Because if you're okay with listening to stuff like this, you're not listening to songs to have this emotional human connection, which is the main thing to be communicated through music, through arts. They're not having that feeling or emotion at all. They just like the beep boop sounds. That's all they like. No standards at all. It's AI, but still great. Y'all listen to EDM, but don't get mad at that. Yeah, man, and that's I think I'm good on that. I think we could end it off here. Okay, I think we've reached the pinnacle of genius. You listen to EDM? That's like made on a computer, right? Isn't that like the same thing? Holy shit, man. So yeah, at the bare minimum, of course, don't support this band, don't support this group, actively denounce it, and denounce any of these people. People is, you know, almost an overstatement for people who are having opinions like this. But, and don't promote it because it's getting sad. It's getting sad and scary out there, okay? I mean, the president and the White House actively like reposts AI slop daily. So, I mean, we kind of already are in the end of times. There's kind of not going back. But you know what, man? But I'm always going to be here to talk about it and actively fight against it, I guess, amongst multiple other people, just giving my opinion. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you liked it. If you liked, subscribe if you want to see more videos exactly like this. And yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for the Patreon viewers, enjoyers who want, you know, they get a shout out at the end of this video if you join, and also exclusive access to a Discord channel if you want that for call-ins when I go in on stream. Tiers 2 and 3 get that as well. So if you want to join that, that's cool. But I'll see you guys all next time. And yeah.